everybody, welcome to On Cinema and on Star Wars. We provide our own in-depth review and analysis of Gregg Turkington and Tim Heidecker's On Cinema at the Cinema, and where we also provide all the latest news and need-to-know information about Star Wars. I'm Derek.
And I'm Jim.
Let's get started. So, of course, we have a quick programming note here. So you saw last week Jim was pretty upset, pretty irritable. Well, the credit card bill came. We got to pay back for all this equipment we bought to make the show. So we got to start making some money. We need to get some more views. On Cinema at the Cinema is not a very popular show. Each one of these videos only gets a couple thousand views, and so we got to start getting some serious reviews. And Star Wars could not be more popular. Everybody is so excited for Star Wars Episode 7, The Revenge of the Force, coming out this Christmas. It's going to be huge, and so that's what we're going to talk about. I mean, I love Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan too, and I don't even like movies.
Everybody loves Star Wars.
Love Star Wars.
Could not be any bigger. So we're going to talk about that today, and we also have a very exciting announcement. Next week on the show, we're going to have an interview with J.J. Abrams. He's the director of the new Star Wars movies, and it is just going to be amazing. He's going to talk about the new movie, he's going to show some clips that have never been seen before, and he's going to reveal the title of the next Star Wars movie, Episode 8. It's going to be here for the first time. It's going to be worldwide news, and we're going to have the exclusive, and you're going to be the very first to know. It's going to be an amazing show. But this is going to be a great show, too. We're going to start off our Star Wars coverage by really talking about what we think of the movies and our love of Star Wars, and just our reviews of the Star Wars movies. So we'll start off, of course, with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I mean, obviously, it's a terrible movie. Not good at all. It's got Jar Jar Binks. It's got the pod racing. The less said, the better. It's really bad.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. Then we go on to Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones. And that one is also pretty terrible. It's got bad acting. The plot is pretty silly, pretty boring at times. There's not really a very good villain. It's not a good movie.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. But then we got number 3, we got that one here. This is The Revenge of the Sith. Everybody agrees it is the best of the prequels, and it definitely, I have to say, it is the best of the prequels, but it is still a terrible movie. The acting is so bad, the ending is such a letdown. It's not a good movie.
The less said, the better.
But those are the prequels, and then we got the original trilogy. Episode 4, A New Hope. It was everybody's favorite when they were a kid. But, honestly, it's not as good as you remember. It's actually pretty bad. The plot is silly. It's this kind of classic, cliche, rescuing a princess story. It's not very good. And, the action is pretty cheesy, and some of the special effects are pretty dated. And, it's not a good movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's not a good movie. But then, of course, we have number 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Everybody's favorite, the most popular. Not my favorite, though. It's actually, it's pretty boring in the middle. Yoda is like a character for kids. It's pretty silly, and the ending is a letdown. And, it's just not a good movie. Not a good movie.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
But then, of course, we end off Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi. Of course a classic, but that does not mean it is a good movie. It's pretty bad. It's got the Ewoks. It's not a very good way to end the trilogy. And, just not a good movie.
Yeah, you're 100% correct.
Yeah. I guess I don't really like Star Wars that much, after all.
Yeah, I guess I don't really like it either.
Yeah, okay.
Really...
Yeah, we won't do the Star Wars stuff. We're not going to do Star Wars. We're just going to stick to On Cinema.
It's on my credit card.
Yeah, I really wish I hadn't bought this. That was a waste of money for sure. So I apologize to J.J. Abrams. We're not going to have him on the show next week. But I'll just tell you the name of the next movie. It's going to be Star Wars Fury. That's why I'm wearing the t-shirt, Star Wars Fury. So I guess we'll just talk about On Cinema. What you think of this week's episode?
That was actually a really good episode. I give it 5 slices of pizza.
Okay, that'll be it. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Okay. Just want to give a little shout out to Big Bernie. Miss you out there. Give me a call. If you want to start selling some socks, let me know. It's a great way